Sapace Hotel here in Naklua, Pattaya, Thailand. Give me a shout in the live chat. Let me know that things are okay, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this time I've remembered to go on the hotel's Wi-Fi and that it doesn't buffer too much. This is night number 10 of my 17-night trip, and I'm just starting to get into the swing of things. Unfortunately, I'll be fully chilled out and ready to continue my holiday because of the poppy appeals. So it looks like, with a bit of luck, I will actually be able to get home. So that's good news. So on this stream, I'm going to estimate, I'm going to try and get on here, stay on here for about an hour. I know it's a bit of a strange time back in the UK, 5 p.m. People coming home from work and all that lot. So if you're watching this on the replay and have any questions for me, feel free to just whack it in the comments, and I'll try and reply, obviously, when I'm off stream. Right. Have we got anything happening in the chat? No, not a lot so far. There we go. Don says, howdy, Captain Bestie. Howdy, Don. CW Moss, what's up to you? And Tom Stoke, hi to you as well. So I'm happy to answer any questions on the trip so far. Only one video is up at the moment. I have filmed a couple more for you. I filmed a video telling you about the entry procedures. There's been a lot of wrong information given about what you need and what you don't need to get into Thailand these days. So I filmed a video on that and a bit of a walk and talk around this area because I've not done a walk and talk for a bit. And that should go up on Friday. Today I've filmed the hotel review for this place, the Grand Centrepoint Space. I'm going to stick it in two different vlogs for you. One on this, where I'm at now, which is the Space Suite, and another one which will go up first probably, which will be the general facilities of the hotel, because it's a massive, massive hotel and way too much to talk about in one video. Let's quickly get back to the chat then. Nige68, hi bestie, we'll be there 2 weeks from today. Is it busy there? I'll come to that in a sec once I've done the other highs. Will I be playing Delilah at Nick's Hookup Corner Bar? She'll be in Pattaya. That's Paul Oakcake, 1972. Sure, you can request songs. I'm pretty sure I do know I do have Delilah with me. I don't have anything in the last 5 years because just winging things around. I've not brought my DJ laptop out with me. I've just put a load of tracks on it. It's going to be a party night. It's Halloween. We're going to do Bad Moon Rising and Thriller and all that good stuff too. We've got loads of things going on. When am I back to Pattaya? Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be back in central Pattaya on Second Road. Please do TT accept the new £50 notes, plastic ones. Yeah, they'll only accept the plastic ones, Tom Stoke. Some of the places as well, especially TT, do give you a slightly better rate on the 50s. They won't accept the paper money anymore. They'll only accept the UK new plastic notes. But yeah, you're going to be fine with the 50s. In fact, they prefer them. Daniel says, are the bar fines now 2,000 baht? Not in the beer bars, they're not. There might be some of the bigger go-go's like Pin Up on Walking Street. But no, beer bars, it's generally 500. You might get one maybe for generally 3 to 5, but in general, expect to pay 500 in the beer bars. A lot more, as usual, in the go-go's. Evening, Anders. Evening, Tommy J. Hi, Andy. Mark Dunphy, hi Bessie, really enjoy the channel. Thank you, Mark. Is the cost of everyday sundries increased by much? I've not really noticed a massive increase in the everyday stuff, but then again, I can't remember what I paid last time I was here in May. It's just, you go to the 7-Eleven and you buy, crisps and toothpaste and, a toothbrush and stuff like that. I've not noticed any difference. There probably is a difference, but it's not something I notice on holiday. Better off directing that to one of the vloggers who live here. They'll be able to give you a much better answer. Mark's looking forward to the vlogs. I'm looking forward to making them. Peter, great to see you enjoying yourself. I am enjoying myself. Make sure you watch the vlogs on this hotel. It's nuts. And if we don't buffer, and at the moment we're not, fingers crossed it stays that way, I'll give you a quick look around the Space Suite, because this hotel is nuts. It's like no hotel I've ever stayed at before, certainly in Asia. It's more like a Las Vegas kind of thing, or a Universal Studios. It's all very themed. I know the Hard Rock is themed, but this is like ultra themed. David Hart, great to see me up and new vlogs up. Thank you, David. He's one of my subscribers and also a contributor on my Facebook page as well. Always liking my stuff, which I appreciate, David. Thank you. Kenneth, Tottenham Hotspur, have a beer. Thank you very much, Kenneth. I will, if it's okay, I will have a beer. Yeah, that's what I've been instructed to do. But anything else is going to offset the ridiculous price that this hotel has cost. It's by far the most expensive hotel I've stayed at. As I said in my page 10 hotel vlog, this hotel, because I'm staying in a suite and because I had the onsen access, which is like a Japanese spa thing, I paid more per night for one night in this suite in the Grand Centrepoint space than I paid for the whole week at the page 10. Crazy. And yeah, I was drunk when I booked it. I'd had a really good gig in Chester doing the boxing, and I got drunk and celebrated by booking this thing here. But I have enjoyed it, I've got to say, and so I should for the price. Mark says, big up Kenneth. Yeah, absolutely big up Kenneth. Cop kun cap Kenneth, kun Kenneth for the super chat. Neil, always good to see your channel. Enjoy it and miss it when I'm away. Yeah, I'm not really... I can never think of the word from that. When you put up a lot of stuff. Anyway, I don't put up a lot of stuff, especially when I'm back in the UK. Since I've been working 2 jobs, I've jacked in the garage. By the way, there's some breaking news. So potentially, I'm thinking right now: do I try and make the use of the fact that we get a 45-day stamp? Do I try and get back here? I've got family stuff going on, but if that is stabilised and if I've got the money, it'd be nice to get back here for 45 days, wouldn't it? Make the most of the visa waiver while we have it. CW Moss plans on staying at Fever Bar. I did a vid for about a month in December. I did do a vid on Fever Bar. Best areas to walk and eat in that area. Well, it's right in the middle of LK Metro. So you are right in the middle of the action. Good news, though, the Cave Bar, which is opposite Fever Bar, which used to have that incredibly loud heavy metal band, they don't have a heavy metal band anymore. So hopefully you might be able to sleep a bit better than I did. Yeah, Fever Bar, big room, really good value, and literally you are slap bang in the middle of the action there. Tom Stoke really enjoys the channel. Good. Don Trump, what credit card do I recommend for traveling around Thailand? I just take, maybe not the best advice to give for me here. I take cash and I just whack it in the safe. I have my Visa debit card in case of emergencies. A lot of people use Wise, which used to be called TransferWise. I think Halifax certainly used to do an account which did a decent rate and no transfer fee. But I like to exchange money as I go. Exchange rate for the Brits and for the euro, not the dollar's dropped a bit today, but it is improving for the European currencies, including the pound. It was 43.27 at the TTs today. It's gone up further since then, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was 43.5 back to the pound tomorrow. Day State Fox, good evening from the Space Warren, sir. It's good to have you on board. I believe you're coming for Christmas, Mr. Day State Fox, and I'm sure you're going to have an absolutely wonderful time. Beers are going up a bit. They are, but they always kind of like vary. You can still get the cheap Charlie bars. You've still got the happy hour, a lot of the 2-for-1s. In general, for a beer, I'm still paying about 80 baht, so it's less than £2. Halloween is going to be great, says Mr. Mitch at Hookup Court. It's not going to be as good as upstairs in Kink, I can tell you that, sir. But I'll try and make it a good night. I'll be on the decks. Decks, laptop, press play, microphone, talk a lot. That's what it's going to be from about 8 o'clock. And it's going to be till I drop. So let's see how late I can make it. I'm used to doing 4-hour sets. That'll take us through till midnight. And maybe if I get Mao enough, I might give you a song at midnight as well. UK guy, Soy 6-1, still as much fun as always. It's still there, UK guy. I did go down the 6 on my second night out, or my first proper night out here. And to go back to a previous comment, it's kind of getting back to normal here. You've got to bear in mind as well that before the pandemic, Pattaya wasn't that busy for the couple of years previous, because I was here quite a bit. It's pretty close to that. So is it rammed? No, but it's not quite high season yet. 1st of November is when that officially starts. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's much better than it was in May. And if you remember my May trip, so I started off in Bangkok, did my quarantine, had a few days there, which I really enjoyed, and Bangkok was pretty cool. My first week in Pattaya, it hadn't recovered anywhere near as well as Bangkok had. Second week, it was back a little bit better. Now it's good. Again, some bars are quiet, some bars are busy. You've got that top end of Soy 7 where Nick's bars are, and you've got Shooters and Rolling Live, and there's a bit of an enclave there where it's pretty busy. It's busy Soy 7 to Soy 8, those ones on Beach Road. Those bars which haven't changed in a bajillion years, they're still busy. Tree Town's pretty good. It's a bit hit and miss sometimes in Tree Town, but it's good. Bacau's pretty busy. LK Metro again. Some of the go-go's are good and busy. Some of the go-go's haven't quite recovered to the the standard that they used to have there. And the night out down Soy 6, it was pretty busy. So it's not bad. Ooh, right. Let's have a look what we got here. I'm missing uploads. Yeah, 43.7 says day stay on Wise. That's about right. That's the mid-market rate on XC. So at the TTs here, I would expect it to be about 43.5. Oh my goodness. Hello, Richard Travel. Hello, Capio. I'm getting way behind in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Nice to see you both. So it's Capio, by the way. Did you know? I work for a company called Ultra Events. We do ultra white collar boxing. That's where I do my boxing announcing. Capio took part as a boxer in one of those events. I was gutted that it wasn't me who was announcing that event, which I believe was in York. I have done them in York as well before, but sadly not your event. Mr. Mitch is here. Richard Travel. Richard Wool. Somebody's just given me a stack of money. Christ. I'm gonna. Sorry, that's too much, man. Christmas. Sean O'Brien says that Christmas time will be a few 3 weeks from the boxing. Time to get back to Thailand. It'll be after Christmas, so my boxing finishes about the 18th of December. Then I have a family Christmas. I want to spend as much time with my mum as I possibly can. And then who knows? Then I've got a break from the boxing until March, middle of March. So birthday trip, Valentine's Day trip, why not? I'm so sorry for missing some of your chats here. David, how's the pies look in the petrol station? You tempted to have a wee bite? No, don't work there anymore, David. The petrol station has gone. It served its purpose. Peter's he likes my old vlogs, especially like my walk and talks. Got a walk and talk coming on Friday. So we'll be talking about the entry requirements to get into Thailand. And there'll be a little bit of me just tooling around being an idiot at Terminal 21. Could you find out if Max Muay Thai Stadium is operating times open? I will try and do that for you, CW, when I'm back tomorrow into Pattaya. And the water park. There's a water park at this hotel. Speaking of water parks, I can tell you Ramayana's open, and what was Cartoon Network, that's changed its name to Paramount something silly. So that's obviously had a refit. If I get a chance, I'll try and pop up and do that one, because I've reviewed the Ramayana, but not the Cartoon Network. They say it's going to be here Christmas and New Year. Come on. That's going to be special. DJ Krez is over in Pattaya, November the 9th. What's the weather like around then? It should be nice. The weather's improved. My first week, it rained. My God, did it rain. And it clouded. But today, sunshine. Very happy to tell you that. Love the Daystate Fox studio at the Hacienda. Well, Daystate Fox studio song is at the A7 now. They broadcast there, Nick and Marty, every Sunday. Linda Kenneth, great seeing you back. Back for 3 weeks at Christmas. Can't wait, and have booked in the Space Hotel for 2 nights. It is a no alcohol hotel. Yeah, which is really, I don't think they've thought that through. I kind of get it. It's very family friendly. And I kind of get not having a public bar because I rarely use public bars in the hotel that I'm staying at anyway. But you would think that they'd offer wine with meals because they do have restaurants here. Seems an odd one. I don't know whether it's a religious thing with the owners of Grand Centre Point. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's not a Halloween party without Credence. Damn right. Bad Moon Rising is going to be played. I'll tell you what isn't going to be played though. Zombie isn't going to be played. It's My Life isn't going to be played. And Hotel friggin' California isn't going to be played either. Daystate Fox, man. I thought it might have been you. 100 quid. Cobb Kun Cap. Super chat. Wow, man. Listen. I wish I was going to be here over Christmas time so I could buy you a stack of beer. There's many beers as you want. Lord Frith thanks you very much for that. Cheers, my goodness. That is by far, by a mile, the biggest super chat I've ever got. And yeah, I will have a couple of beers, but that's going to go to paying off this pissing hotel. 74 people, 76 in the chat. Hi, no buffering yet. Kenneth again is giving me boom day state. Absolutely, Capio. 2nd November beer. I can't leave before beer. I am going to be here. That's my last night, the 2nd of November. So yeah, I can't have too many beers because I'm actually leaving fairly early in the morning. I think I've got a taxi booked for about 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you're in town, let's have afternoon beers, Kenneth, please. Because travelling for 13 hours back to the UK with a stinking hangover is probably what's going to happen anyway. But you know, it's not the greatest. Yeah, big up Fox, Daystate Fox, you the man. Cash D, how long is my trip to Thailand? This is night number 10 of a 17-night, 18-day trip, so it's quite a short one. This one I booked it when I was still at the garage, and that's all the holiday that I could take off. And now I don't work at the garage, so I could have been here for longer. Although the weekend after I get back, I'm straight back on the boxing and the MMA shows. Really looking forward to getting back to those. I do love my job. I'm very lucky to have that. Ian Atkinson's coming out after Christmas for New Year in Hua Hin. Enjoy Hua Hin. Have some beers with Johnny. He will show you around, no doubt. David Hart was in Thailand last December. It was a ball ache getting there and back, but it's still worth it even if a bit quiet. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I came in late April and early May of this year. This trip is better. You will notice a big difference. Things are back to normal. I say in one of my upcoming videos, apart from on the plane where they did ask you to wear a mask, it's pretty much back to normal. You don't have to wear a mask in 7-Elevens because they were pissy about that before. That's all gone. The only place asking for masks actually and also gloves is the buffet in this hotel. I think that's because the clientele are primarily Chinese and they're still zero COVID. That's their government policy, isn't it? So that explains why, and all the staff are masked up here and all that lot. I stuck mine on because I don't want to scare other guests. I'm quite happy to do that. But when I'm wandering around the hotel, no, it's all as normal. Yeah, there's no spanner here, so I'm kind of like trusting you guys to police yourselves. That might not be a good idea. I mean, I can block people via the screen, but I'm kind of hoping we don't have to. Richard is glad my boxing is back for me, and I'm glad you're back on YouTube, Richard Travel. We've had some fun on his channel. He does a lot of really good live streams on a Saturday, featuring loads of different Southeast Asian YouTubers. So if you want to discover some new YouTubers or some YouTubers who've been out for ages, then Richard is your man. Mikey Muscles, in my opinion, who's the best subscriber you have met with Pattaya, in Pattaya, possibly the world. I really enjoy meeting subscribers. We always have a good, if we have a meetup, which I've not done this time, it's normally like a birthday party. Had a really good birthday party, a few of them actually. I've had one in Pussy Bar, one in, no, two in Pussy Bar, one in Hacienda. I think if I had another one, I think it'd probably be in Jungle Bar in Tree Town. That's Jungle Bar Tree Town, because that's Daniela. She ran the Pussy Bars beforehand, and it was actually her mum's bar, but this one is hers. So give her a bit of support. Also, speaking of support, come and support me down at Hookup Corner on Halloween. Should be a really good night. Really looking forward to that one. Neil stayed at page 10 in 2019. He's going to be there again for 3 weeks. Oh, he's only been back in the UK. He was there again, sorry, in November for 3 weeks, and he's only been back in the UK 3 weeks. There's a lot of 3 weeks going on there. Hello, Dedzio. Nice to see you again, sir. Hello, Pete Blue. Are the bars now staying home after 2 o'clock? Yeah, so it's a Thai thing. It's one of those tit things, isn't it? This is Thailand. So some of them, they announced that the bars could stay open again, I think at the weekends anyway, until 4. Some of them chose to do that. Some of them chose to stay open only till 2. Some of them said, okay, if we're busy enough, then we're going to stay open till 4. And then I heard that they're enforced 2 a.m. closing again. But I've been here in Naklua for 3 nights, so nothing happens in Naklua anywhere near after 2 a.m. I've not shown you around. Oh, Kenneth keeps giving me money. You don't have to do that, Kenneth, but thank you. Much appreciated as always. 1st November, Kenneth's going to be there, depending on my hangover from the 31st. Yeah, it's a real shame that you're not making the party night, and I do expect to be hungover. Yeah, that's absolutely guaranteed. We'll have to suck it and see. But I definitely do want to meet up with you, Kenneth, again. We had it was always 7 when we met up last time, wasn't it? It was in the old Pandora bar, I think. Cash D says I always stay at nice hotels. I generally stay at mid-range hotels, but a lot of the mid-range ones have now been kind of like reviewed to death and covered to death. This one, there's a lot of the vloggers have been at this one, which is one of the reasons why I thought, screw it, I'm going to stay in a suite, because it's not, as far as I'm aware, it's not been reviewed before, the actual suite in here rather than the room. And I'm going to catch up on the chat, and then I'm going to quickly show you around the suite. Any idea what happened to Bangkok 112? I have no idea, I'm afraid. Neil Stanton says, went to Hua Hin September the 6th. September 6 weeks ago to meet Johnny. He never turned up. Johnny's out and about a lot. I think he's in Phuket at the moment, having a trip. He does a lot of different places. He's always like here, there, and everywhere up in Bangkok, and sometimes he's here too. Capio knows about 112's demonetized. Yeah, that with the content, that doesn't surprise me massively. Anders, does anyone have any idea what will happen to the flight prices? They are incredibly high now. Well, hopefully, it just seems to me that things are starting to normalize a bit. My flight, and again, a lot of it is supply and demand. So my flight, I paid £598 for. I jumped in on it because I thought that was as good as it was going to get. For a direct flight from Heathrow. Turns out I was right. It went up to over £1,000. If you follow me on the social medias, you would have seen me posting, oh my Buddha, and it went up as high as 1,200 quid for the flight, which I actually took. But they're obviously selling the seats, because there was not a single seat available on my flight. It was absolutely jam-packed full. So as long as it continues to be like that, I think the prices might stay high. Hopefully they're not, because if I do want to come back or try and get back again in January, February, it's all about hunting out the best price, getting on Skyscanner, trying to. I would look, if you're booking time off work, I would not book your time off work, but I'd look for the flights first, and then say, right, okay, it's cheap on these dates, and then put in the time off that you want around your flight dates rather than the other way around if you can. James Pickett's 19 more sleeps to Pattaya. Who did I fly with? EVA. Yeah, day state. So yeah, more will be revealed on the entry procedures in the video that I've got coming up on Friday. But yeah, so with EVA, well, I may as well tell you now. So there's no vaccine requirement whatsoever. Unvaxxed, vaxxed. You don't need a PCR. You don't need a lateral flow. You don't need a vaccine passport. Nothing to do with that. They don't ask you anything at check-in. They don't ask you anything in Thailand either. But EVA do insist on boarding that you stick a face covering on. Once you're on the plane, they didn't seem that bothered about it. But for boarding, they do make multiple announcements. You've got to shove it on, and they say you've got to wear it throughout the flight. Some people did, some people didn't. Nobody seemed that bothered once you're on board. But yeah, so once you're at the gate, stick it on. Once you're on the plane, up to you. Thai Cycles just paid 1,100 with Oman Air for December. Yeah, so it's a case of, wow, that's a good price. I don't mind if there's a layover. I don't mind that layover. Book it. Just book it as quickly as you can, just in case. They might go down, but if they go down, they go down. It could go either way. There's no predicting it. Okay. Please keep it civil. Not sure if I can get rid of that one or not. Right, okay. CW says EVA has the best prices go through their website. If you do that, you're more likely to get more air miles as well if you book direct. And also, if you book direct with the airline, then if things go wrong, then it's easier to get refunds and so on and so forth. So that's good advice. I didn't book direct with the airline this time. However, the only problem I've had with an airline is with British Airways when they cancelled, which is fine, due to COVID. They haven't restarted their flights, and they're not going to restart their flights until at least April. So I'm sat with a credit note for BA. Will be I'm sat for over £500. I can't spend it. So I'm going to try and work it out. Try and if I can get a refund for that, I will. I'll stick it towards another flight here. Nige or Nige 68 flying either in 2 weeks from Heathrow, 640 paid. Now they're £1,050. That's exactly what my experience was too. Exactly. Kenneth, was me, you, Andy Oswald? Yeah, Bobby Sutherland. Yeah, absolutely. It was. I was hungover then, was I, Kenneth? Yeah, I do get hungover quite a bit. I think I'm up to date. Would you like to have a quick sneak peek, look round this space suite at the Space Hotel? Or would you prefer to wait until the vlog comes out? So I'm aiming so this Friday is going to be the entry requirements video and the walk and talk around this area in Terminal 21. Then then Tuesday will be hopefully the review of the general facilities of this hotel. Then I'll put something up again, hopefully on Friday, and then the following Tuesday will be the room tour of here. But I'm happy to give you a little tour of this if you want it. Let's have a look. Oops. Yes, let's have a quick peek. Okay, you want to have a look now? I'm going to show you around. Here we go. This is going to be only a really, really sneaky peek, though. I've got no stabilization, no gimbal or this lot. So this is the living room of the Grand Centrepoint space. That TV, by the way, is absolutely huge. I don't know what inch it is, but I'm guessing it's probably about 70 inches. There's a telephone there, so that gives you some idea of like how big that TV is. You've got the aircon unit. You've got a fridge freezer down here. Coffee machines. A safe. You're going to get all this in the actual full review. This safe ain't going anywhere. It's actually stuck into the building itself, so people aren't going to be taking that away. I doubt whether this place is guest friendly. It's so full of kids. I didn't even bother asking. There's no way I'm going to. Well, yeah, you know the rest. Microwave, dressing gowns. Here's the bathroom. Check it out. That's the weather forecast. Today's weather. Huge hot tub. Huge shower. One of those really fancy toilets. Or you can massage your arse and do all kinds of different flushes and different squirts. You ready for this? Here's the bedroom. Not quite as big a telly, this one. This one's about a 60-inch. And that, my friends, is the Space Suite. Pop you outside so you can have a quick look at the view. Sorry to ignore the chat at the minute because I'm on the move. An actual balcony with furniture. With me being the king of the small balconies, I don't really know what to do with all this. Down there is the water park, which is exclusive for guests of the hotel. And that, my friends, is Pattaya Bay. So that's all you're getting, I'm afraid, today. You'll have to watch the vlog for the conclusions. Let me pop this down on the chair again and swing you around. Right, let's get back to where I was before. Right, how much a night? That's a good question, isn't it? Cash D. So this suite was a eye-watering £191 a night. I booked 3 nights, and that is for this suite, and it includes the access to the onsen, which is this Japanese spa thing, which I went in today, and it's odd. It's really, really good. It's got loads of stuff to it, but you've got to be naked, and you're only allowed, watch this, they give you this as a souvenir. This is the only thing that you're allowed in the onsen with, which is like this tiny little flannel thing. So, and it's single. There's a separate onsen for the ladies, separate onsen for the men. It's just a little odd having loads of like naked Chinese guys around with you, but you know, it was an experience. You gotta try these things. Frank Travel says, nice, thank you. It is very much Star Trek. I say in the vlog, it's as if the CEO of Grand Centerpoint Hotel Group went to Disney and stayed at their Star Wars hotel and said, oh, yeah, that's cool, let's do that. Neil paid $788 with Qatar from Manchester. Come through Bangkok, so no hassle at all. 30 minutes straight through passport check and taxi. Yeah, there's no problems getting through. It's quicker than usual, to be honest, because there's none of that. There's no TM6 form anymore. So it's literally, you get to immigration, put your hand on the scanner thing, stamp, 45 days, there you go. All you need is your boarding card and your passport. That's it, dead easy. Long may that continue. Little Boots, you're not late. You can catch up later. Don't worry about that. CD Ross's budget is $5,000 US dollars for a month. 1,100 flight. I'm guessing 900 a month at Fever. 900 bucks a month at Fever. You're kidding me. It will be well less than that, I would imagine. 900 bucks at $30 at 1,000. No, yeah, okay. Yeah. That's the you're in the ballpark, aren't you? 30, 900. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That makes sense. $100 a day budget, you'll be fine on that. Absolutely fine. You've got to bear in mind as well that I don't know how old you are, but unless you're like in your 20s, you know, you won't be hitting it hard every single night. It's just not possible. When you read the people on the message boards and whatnot, for me, I try and have one night on, one night off, one night on, one night off to recover. But I am getting old. Okay. Tommy J. Fox kind of place. The Walking Dude says, evening bestie, will I be in Pattaya, Thailand at the same time as Ed Sweeney? Do you know what? We always pass like ships in the night, myself and Steady Eddie. I would love to meet Steady Eddie. I would love to meet Jeff Carter. Now I'm heading back tomorrow into Pattaya itself. I'm looking forward to checking out Mr. Egg's bars, the pub, and the new one, Milk. I've not got around to that yet. When I get here, I have so many people to say hi to, but I'm very much looking forward to popping down Walking Street and seeing the new mural and all that lot, and saying hi to Mr. Egg. It's not 50-inch Dedzio. I have a 50-inch in my bedroom at home. It's a lot bigger than 50-inch. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot bigger than that. What was the hotel name, Tom Stoke? This hotel, it's the Grand Centrepoint Space, as opposed to the Grand Centrepoint Terminal 21, although they are pretty close to each other. But yeah, this one is the theme hotel, which is space themed, and it has been really busy. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if more theme hotels start springing up in the outskirts of Pattaya, because currently it's Hard Rock and this, and that's about it when it comes to themes. Mark Dunphy, yeah, it's not cheap. I don't know how much the standard rooms are. Obviously, they're going to be less than this. And if you don't want the onsen access, I would advise actually don't. If you're booking for more than one night, don't bother with the onsen because even though it is worth it, you can pay for it just directly. It's 750 baht. So if you want to have a go on the onsen, you'll probably do it once. But there's no point doing a drunken idiot thing like I did. I'm booking it for all 3 nights, so I've got loads of tickets still left for the onsen, which I won't use because I'm checking out tomorrow. Turbo Arslan, yeah, man. Dezio, yes, this is the expensive hotel I'm talking about. I'm staying in a suite as of tomorrow for my final week, but nowhere near as swanky or as expensive as this one. This is not a standard room, no. This is called a space suite. So if you go on their website, which I think is space.pattaya.com, they've got all the different room grades. This is space suite. Was there any food left after the big queue? Do you know what, Sean? And again, this I will touch on in the videos. I get my first day here. I was just shocked because it was bedlam. But the reason it was bedlam, and I thought, why is it so busy? Because it's a Monday. But it was because it was the long weekend here in Thailand. It was a bank holiday, one of the gazillion festivals probably that they have here. So it was a long weekend. Today, it was much easier to navigate. I spent a lot of time on the 31st floor, which under 12 children are not allowed in, which is great because everyone here is families, so they're all in the family areas. So upstairs, which is absolutely beautiful on the 31st floor, right at the top, it was almost deserted. So I kind of had the place to myself. If you follow me on my socials, I posted one of me in a jacuzzi, and that wasn't in the onsen because obviously everyone's naked in there. We're not going to take camera equipment in there, but in the jacuzzi on the 31st floor, totally to myself. I went up there, and there was virtually nobody up there in this huge rooftop pool. So you can make it work if you're here, and if you've got a Thai missus or a long time, and you want to treat them. This would be a pretty good place for a couple because you can just ignore or the children's areas, you can go upstairs and brand spanking new, absolutely beautiful, and you've got it to yourself. It's not cheap though. Daystate and Kenneth want to send me some strippers. I'm not sure they get in. I really don't. There's so many kids here. I don't think it would be appreciated very much. Jay says normal attire for a Japanese onsen. Okay, cool. It was my first time. There are bits of it where you have to wear this. It's not a kimono, but it's basically like a set of pajamas, and there is a Japanese word for it. But there's 3 rooms in there where you go in the pajamas. The rest of it, you are starkers. CW's 46, similar age to me. You can only go one night on, one night off. Yeah, same. Well, I was asking about the Muay Thai Time water park mall. Yeah, the mall's still here. I went round Terminal 21 and filmed a bit yesterday. It was quiet, really quiet. In fact, Naklua is really pretty quiet, except this hotel, which was absolutely rammed. A little bit quieter now, fortunately. Yeah, it's we'll have to agree to differ on the telly. You can't really get the perspective, but if I had a tape measure, I would show you. Where are we at? Kel's loving the BFB live stream. Thank you very much, Kel. I'm sorry there's no bells and whistles like some of the live streamers. I don't use StreamYard. I'm just basically straight on the through the YouTube app. But I find the less tech it is, the less stuff there is to go wrong. And fingers crossed, there's been no buffering. So good times. I must remember when I'm streaming to stick it on the hotel Wi-Fi. Is Kink upstairs back to standard, says Little Boots? You bet it is. Yeah, it's absolutely back to normal. The shows are back. You know, the descending stage, if you know, you know. Then yeah, that's back. Absolutely. Kink upstairs, my favourite place, is back to normal. Can I do a vlog of the 34th floor? There isn't one, Cash D, but the 31st, the highest it goes is 32. And that is the like basically the restaurant at the top of the universe. 31st floor. There's plenty. There's quite a bit actually, in the 31st floor in the vlog, which will be upcoming, I think, on Tuesday. That'll be in the hotel facilities vlog. So yeah, that is shown. Obviously, I couldn't show you around the onsen for obvious reasons, but everything else in the hotel, apart from this suite, will be in the hotel general and facilities vlog, and the suite will follow the following Tuesday. Yeah, what do you do with Telset? I'm not sure. I think it's just there to like protect your modesty. It's the way they do it, I guess. Tom mentioned the Albion to film Mr. Egg. He's a Wolves fan. Hope September, hopefully meet him again in Milk. I will do that, Neil. I will record that. Me being a Stoke fan. Obviously, Stoke, well, Stoke aren't great. West Brom aren't great. And Wolves aren't great either. So it's not particularly great down in the West Midlands at the moment for the footballing hotbed. Gav's glad to see me back in Pattaya. I'm glad to be here back in Pattaya as well. I just wish it was for longer. Julian was in Pattaya this morning, just landed back in Australia and walking to his car. Oh, you got the Thailand blues. Are they kicking in? It's certainly going to be kicking in for me. Well, 8 days' time. I don't want to go. Roger Hughes, hello you. He arrives in Pattaya this Sunday. If you'd still like to review the Arika Lodge, I've stayed in the Arika quite a few times. Yeah, it's not one I've reviewed. There's a few which I was probably too hungover to review. But thank you for that. Roger arrives on Sunday. Okay, yep. I'll probably be doing a sound check at Hookup on Sunday, but that's not going to take all day. It's going to be like plug in, yeah, it works. See you later. So yeah, okay. I'm often down that area anyway. And I'm not far from Soy Diana anyway, where I'm staying. So yeah, that sounds good. What are my go-to bars? I'm excited to visit the old school beer bar complexes. Well, they're still there. Um, Soigny Plaza, which I used to go to quite a lot, is still really cheap. It's not recovered as well as some places have. I spend a lot of time in Tree Town now. Jungle Bar being my favourite in there. If you want to know where that is, if you're coming from Soy Cow, it's the first bar, literally the first bar on your left as you enter Tree Town. So it's adjacent to the food court. Go there, ask for Danny. She's the owner. She looks a bit like me. Actually, you can't really miss her. And go see Smiley, who's an awesome lady there. But yeah, the old school bar complexes, Cal, they're still there. They're a bit of a dying breed, but there's plenty of them. The Soy Diana one is still there. They've upgraded some of the ones on Soy 7. They're now like shiny and new and bright and white. And they've done out some of the ones on Walking Street too. So there's plenty of the open air beer complexes if you like those. DWP says that Daystate is dropping the super chats. He has. He dropped a massive General Wound Wart. Is this General Wound Wart? Do you think that could be him there? Might be. Sal super chat. It's very much appreciated as well. You guys, you don't have to super chat as well. If you do, great. If you don't, just enjoy the stream. It's all fine. Cash D, why don't I go live in the bar and show us girls? I don't want to lose my channel. I'm a bit scared to do that because if something happens, I've worked on this channel for years and years and years, and also you'll see in this upcoming vlog of this hotel, I asked the staff. You'll see me a couple of times asking, is it okay to film for YouTube? And they say yeah, and that's good. If they say no, camera goes off. I don't want, and again, that's another thing. If there's people in bars, and if it's a racy bar, if I'm just there and just start live streaming, that's just, it's not what I want to do. It's not what I do on this channel. I might live stream from Jungle Bar because that's not a racy bar. You can sit out, you can watch the world go by. So I might do that, but that's as much as it's going to get on here. I'll leave the other stuff to other vloggers and other channels. We do have to go to Kink, DWP. Yeah, we do. Yeah, absolutely, Daystate. The Frogland, I've walked past it. Walking Street's not generally my area, but I did have I had a Mao wander around it, and yeah, it does look good. The lasers are quite spectacular, and the sound is because yeah, they've spent a lot of money on that Frogland place. I don't think they've finished it. It might just be finishing it up now. But if I go down Walking Street, if I go see Mr. Egg, then I will, when I do, I'll pop into to Frogland. I won't vlog it because obviously it's been done. So it's not so good just to do the same thing, and which has already been done before. That's why I kind of like pick this place, and there's not too many reviews on page 10 either. I've done that one. The hotel I'm going to tomorrow, I've done before, but I've not done the suite before. So I'll do a cursory look around, see if anything's changed in the hotel, because it's been a couple of years since I reviewed it. But I will do a room tour of the suite just to compare it to this one. It won't be as good, but it is way less than half the price, probably about 35% of the price of this thing. Gav's back in November, was just there in June. Seems we're just going to miss each other. It happens, isn't it? I was my first YouTube vlogger. I took your YouTube virginity, did I, Gav? Cool. It's met Nick and others because of me. It would be good to me. It would have been good to me. I do like meeting subscribers. I prefer to do it. I don't mind meeting people on the street. That's all cool, brilliant. But it's easier if I do have a meetup night. So if I am here for a bit of a longer stint, I'll have a meetup night, or I'll tag along to one of the other vloggers' meetup night, so I can meet everybody together. Because obviously, I'm on holiday. I do want to have a bit of a holiday myself, And it's not, we're not celebs. We're just normal people with a phone and a GoPro. So it's sometimes nice to have a little bit of a me time, which I've been able to do here, which is cool. But back on it as of tomorrow. So you do what? Am I planning on the 45 day? I don't know. It depends on whether I can. I certainly can with work. I don't know whether I'm going to have enough money for a start to do a 45-day trip. Also, I've got my mum who's in a care home and she's been not great recently. So if it's possible for me to do it, I'll do it. And if it's not, it's not. I'm not sure whether I could half and half it and have a shorter trip like this again. But with the flights being so expensive, I would like to do a 45 day. So I'd quite like to have a month in like a condo because I've never done that before. A month in a condo and then maybe a week in a hotel either side. That'll be the 6 weeks. But it's a long way down. We have to see how things go in the run up to Christmas. But if I could. Then that'll be ace because that will really enable me to get my teeth into Thailand. Bestie's bestie wants to get away as well in February time, so we'll just have to see how things go. Best laid plans of mice and men and all that lot. DW's missing my petrol station streams. I only did one of those, and I had to take it down. The petrol station weren't very pleased that I did that, even though the road was shut. Cabrio was a regular in Simon's Beer Bar complex, which is now Frogland. It was, yeah, back in the day. There was a lot of beer bar complexes. I remember my favourite go-go, kind of go-go. There was two on Walking Street, which I liked. There was Iron, which last time I checked was still there. And there was a club called Club Boucher, which was like quite a fair bit down from the entrance and then down and away to the left. That was pretty spectacular. Do you go to the Hideaway? Did I go to the Hideaway bar? I've not been on this trip. I've not seen Andy yet, but that's another one which I really should pop in and say hi. Thanks for that. When I'm in my next hotel is pretty close to the Hideaway, so I can just pop through the avenue, walk down Soy 15, roadworks permitting, and then pop in and see Andy. That'd be cool. Thank you for reminding me of that. When do I go back? I've got just over a week to go. Cedar Ross, did you take bus or taxi to Pattaya? They still ring every hour. I presume they are. I took a taxi. I use a taxi called Janie's Limo Service. You can Google that. She's beautiful. And she's always on time. Her limo, her car, it's a Toyota, is always spotlessly clean. Never had any problems in the years that I've used her. So that's my BFB recommendation. Other perfectly good taxi services are available. When I get back to the UK, you should show your glasses collection. I do have quite a few glasses. I bought a stack of them out here, opposite Hemingway's on Soy Honey. There's a girl, and there's two like old red London-style phone boxes. And there's a girl there. She sells them for 100 baht, I think, per pair. Or it's 500 baht for 6 pairs. So it's like £2. I bought a stack of them. If they break, doesn't matter. Throw them away. Didn't cost very much. Cabio's been to the Hideaway once. Found it the second most depressing place on earth after Burton-on-Trent. I did gigs in Burton-on-Trent in the Market Hall. Sometimes we have some good boxing shows. They're loud, I'll tell you that much. Would you say there are many more free girls in the bars due to it not being mega busy? More to choose from? Not really, Nigel Nidge. It's supply and demand. So a lot of in fact, pretty much all the bars are struggling to find the quality of girl that they're looking for. So yeah, there are girls. There's no problem finding them. It's just finding the stunners, the age old problem. But no, it's about right. The supply of girls to the amount of customers. It's more the quality, in my opinion, which is the issue. But, you know, some will disagree. I seem to like the bus trip more relaxing. Don't prefer taxis driving 90 miles an hour. Janie's a great driver. She doesn't belt it down like a bat out of hell. And I'm sure she speaks good English too. So just say, you know, drive slowly, please, and she will. I'm sure. Kel hopes I can do some walk and talks. I did enjoy doing my walk and talk. It took me a while to get back into it. I mean, I had a bit of a holiday for about 5 days, and I kind of like had to force myself to make the video of page 10 because I've not done one in such a long time. But I did enjoy it in the end, and I'm finding my editing's improving a little bit, not massively, but I've like kind of like normalized the sound now. I've like up the sound because it's not particularly loud on the GoPro, and then due to certain complaints from Belgium, I've knocked down the sound of the intro. DWP, it wasn't a shell garage that I worked in, so no, I've done none from a shell garage because that's not the brand of garage. Knockers, with those glasses, you look like a first reserve for the Elton John tribute act. Thank you, sir. Speaking of first reserves, got to say congratulations to a girl who I'm absolutely 100% in love with, but unfortunately, I've got the wrong bits for her. Engfa Waraha. She is Miss Grand Thailand, and congratulations to Engfa. She got first runner-up, so basically second place in English, but first runner-up in Miss Grand everywhere. I think it was Brazil who won it, but there were loads and loads of girls competing in this, and the Thai lady, Engfa, who's beautiful, Google her, got first runner-up, which is not to be sneezed at. Gary uses Janie's too. Birds of a feather, sir. Mikey Muscles, thank you very much for the super chat, and that is for introducing him to Kink. Say hi to Danny, and Mikey's going to see her in 6 weeks. I know, Mikey. Mikey, we had some good times last time, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time. I presume you're staying in page 10 again because I know that was your favourite, Mike. But thank you for the company on my last trip. It's always good. It's good to meet, especially a subscriber who you just get on with, you click with, and you get on with like a house on fire. Because it is more fun when there's a couple of you in the beer bars and trolling around the go-go's drinking. You can do it, and I can do it on my own. It's no big issue, but it's more fun. So if you've got somebody to bounce off, and you can discuss, oh, she's nice and she's nice and whatnot. It is good. And Mikey last time was that guy for me. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the super chat very much. Thank you. Sean Ryan says there's a couple of hotels near Hideaway that should be open soon. There's plenty of. I mean, the Hideaway is really close to the Holiday Inn Express. It's close to the Travel Lodge. It's close to the those kind of like condo hotels, like the Centara, them lot, and obviously the back end of the Arica Lodge. You can go through the back of it. You get to Soy 15 too. Guess it's quite possible it was me who recommended them to be a first user in 2020. Good. I'm glad, and I'm glad that's worked out for you as well. It's good to be helpful, and she's a lovely lady with a good taxi. Won't be 1,000 baht. No, it's about 1,300 for Janie from Savannahpoom to Pattaya, including tolls. So she isn't the cheapest, but 1,300 I think is her price. I'm pretty sure. Candace says must be a long time because Simon's complex. They were fixing the ground floor. A windmill was Kev's favourite go-go. It certainly was. Windmill's still there. It's very much open. I have been in the windmill. It's quite similar to Kink, although it's same but different. Windmill's not as loud as Kink. It's not really a clubby atmosphere. I like Kink because I drink around LK Metro quite a bit. But yeah, windmill. Lots of fun to be had in there. Neil says, where is Kink? Is it on LK Metro? Yes, it is. right in the middle of it. It's on the, if you enter from Soi Diana, it's on that bit of the L on the right as you come in from Soi Diana, right in the middle of that. That's where you'll find kink. What is the exchange rate? The exchange rate today was 43.27. It's since gone up a little bit. Mid-market rate, Daystate Vox says the wise rate is now 43.7. Therefore, I would expect tomorrow it would be in the TT exchange booths around 43.5 to the Thai baht from the pound, of course. Yep, Jenny's 1300 from the airport. Absolutely. Thank you, Gav. We're doing some more hotel reviews this trip, says DWP. Yeah, I'm going to review the next hotel. Like I said before, I reviewed it before. It's the Barracuda, but I've not stayed in a suite in the Barracuda before, which some of them are duplex. So you've got the living room downstairs, the bedroom upstairs. Again, they've got a jacuzzi bath. And by the way, oh, that way, space water. So yeah, so there'll be a review going up on that. Kind of getting in the mood. I might do another live stream from Barracuda maybe, and I'll see what vlogs I can make. Oh, there is. I think this weekend is the Pattaya bikini race. So that's got to be worth a vlog. But every vlogger in the world will be vlogging that too. So maybe I'll give my slant on that. I'll try and do some soy walk and talks, but the problem is I did a load of soy walk and talks a few years ago, and I don't know whether they'll be suitably different. But I'll see if I can get that, and I'll see whatever tickles my fancy. But yeah, I would like to get some more vlogs up, and what I'll try and do if I do go vlog crazy, is I'll try and stagger them out a bit. So like I said, this Friday is going to be the walk and talk around Terminal 21 and talking about the entry requirements. This coming Tuesday will be the first vlog, the general facilities of this hotel, the Grand Centrepoint space. I'll find something else to stick up next Friday, and then the following Tuesday will be the review of this Grand Centrepoint space, and then I'll probably make them tie-day Fridays for as many as I have left, if I do some. Sounds like a deal? Bring back the dice. I love doing dice man. Do you know, I think I've actually got a die in my suitcase. I've got an old like plastic bag from a trip about 6 years ago. I'm pretty sure there's a die in there. So yeah, maybe I should do that. Get some people. I might do. Yeah, okay. I might do that. Ask 6 people of something to do, and then just follow whatever the dice says. Cool. Yeah, I enjoy doing that. Yeah, okay. Screw it. I'll do that. I could take a bus trip down to Rayong. The thing is with that is, I've only this week has flown by. I've been here just over a week. I've only got a week left. So I think I'm going to just stay around. I mean, I've come out here, so I've got a week back in central Pattaya, so I think I'm going to stick it out there. Thai Cycle loves my intro. Thank you very much, sir. 13 seconds it is of pure joy. What happened to that girl you love, Mew? She married with 10 kids now, says Capia. She's not. She's she's in a place which I've never heard of at the moment, but she's been working in Phuket. Mew's great, but she's spending some time with her family. She's there, I think, or certainly with her daughter, and she seems to be doing good. She's looking really, really good, and I miss Mew. So I'd love to see her again. But her sidekick, Samiley, she's back, and she's back in Tree Town, so that's all good. But Mew's very much around. I think she's still got the same amount of kids that she's always had. I think she's all right. I'm going to wind this one up now because we're over an hour now, and it is midnight, and I've got to check out tomorrow, and I've got to film the breakfast, which could be a bedlam tomorrow. So that's the missing piece of the jigsaw for the first of the vlogs from here. Need to film the breakfast and show you guys around, because the breakfast spread is really good. It was just nutso busy. With a bit of a luck, now it seems to have calmed down. But yeah, let me tell you, the conclusions I make from this hotel is it does have the wow factor. It's got absolutely tons going for it. There's loads and loads to do. Brilliant upstairs where you can get away from the kids. But for God's sake, don't stay here on a weekend. Just don't. One, it'll be more expensive. Two, it will be rammed. It'll be horrible checking in. It was horrible checking in. It was horrible having a 50-person queue just to get in the buffet, and it just grim. So by all means, if you're considering staying here, and what a place it is, stay here, but not on a weekend. Just avoid the weekend like the plague. Kenneth, is Kink in Soy Boomerang? No, it's not. It's in LK Metro. It's right in the middle of LK Metro. I think it's next door to Queens. I think it's on the same side and on the same bit of LK Metro as Lady Love and Queens and Sluts. So that's where you'll find it. What's my favourite bar in LK? Nigel likes Billabong. So there are many new bars open. Yeah, it's still kink. Generally, if I'm doing the beer bars, yeah, you can't go wrong with Billabong. It's fine. It's got a decent house band. So is Climax. Billabong and Climax absolutely rammed. Both of those always really, really busy. But generally, my beer bar-y stuff I will do in Treetown, and my go-go-y stuff I will do in LK Metro. So if it's late at night and you want to bump into me, chances are, if I'm anywhere on LK, I will be upstairs in Kink. Is Thai Red Bull still 10 baht? That's the lipo stuff. I don't know. It's not something I drink, to be honest, Denzio. So sorry, I can't be of any help on that. I do drink. If you're wondering what I drink Tiger beer. I'll drink gin with Schweppes Manau in it, which is beautiful. And then I'll hit either Havana 7 if I'm feeling like I'm splashing the cash, or Sang Som if I'm not. More breakfast ones as well. DWP. Okay, I'll do the breakfast again of the Barracuda. Breakfast wasn't all that at the page 10, but it was one of those ones where it's a small hotel and it's included. As I said in the page 10 review, it's reminded me of an older version of Blackwoods, and neither of their breakfasts are anything to write home about. Breakfast is a bit better in the Barracuda, and it's a lot better here, but you're fighting through people. But you will see what the breakfast is like here if I get up for it tomorrow. Thinks it's a Kink in Boomerang, might be Kink and something. There's certainly a Sluts in Boomerang, as well as LK, and as well as Treetown. Thank you for watching it, Roger Hughes. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Which nightclub do I recommend in Pat's Kashdi? Again, I'm not really a nightclub guy. Probably, if I'm picking one of the nightclubs on Walking Street, probably 808, I would suggest, is probably my favourite. There's some decent freelancers in there. Danish Bacon, hi Bessie. Sapace looks great. Sapace is great. Now there's a few less people in it. Dave's got to go, so have I, my friends. Thank you for watching. There's a lager boy, Gav. Is spending half of your drinks beer, but he likes his vodka and Red Bull. Chang's his favourite. I like Chang now. A lot of people. So Chang changed its recipe. It used to be a lot stronger than it is now, and I prefer it now. To be honest, I found it really syrupy and difficult to drink before, but now they've changed the recipe and made it weaker. I can drink a Chang. Asahi is quite good over here on draft, by the way. Or Asahi, she's the Japanese beer. If you want something which is a bit drier, which won't like fill you up as much. Dixie Enormous is pumping it true. I think I've caught up, and it is now gone midnight Thailand time, so I'm going to get my head down. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Kenneth and Mike, and just wow, thank you, Day State Fox, for the super chats. I really do appreciate them very, very much. Look out for further vlogs. I've just got to do the thumbnail on the one for Friday, so that should be no problems, and it should be up on Friday. Thank you for watching the stream. It's been a pleasure, and I hope this has been entertaining for you. And with a bit of luck, I'll do another live stream before I leave Pattaya. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching. And you ready? Say it with me. Vlog off.